The Christmas season is almost here. We're only a couple days away from Christmas. So, these next couple of days, we're going to take a look at each of the four major sports in America: the MLB, the NHL, the NFL, and the NBA, and take a look at a couple of these teams and see what those teams would like for Christmas. To, we'll explain more as we get into the show. But for today, December 22nd, 2025, we're taking a look at what each NBA contender wants for Christmas. So without further ado, let's roll the intro. Let's get into it. That's right, everybody. Welcome back to Inside the Zone with Mateo. Monday, December 22nd, 2025. As a reminder, we are trying to hit 50 subscribers by Christmas. So I appreciate if you will hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. And now let's talk basketball. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun show. It's going to be a fun show today. I don't know how people are going to feel about some of the takes I'm going to make, but basically what we're going to do as we go over to Mateo's show batting order presented by To Be Determined. I use this Mateo's show batting order every single episode. If you want to sponsor this segment, let me know. DM me on X. You could send some there's some Google forms in my description. You can send an email to my email in the description of my YouTube channel. But as we look at Mateo's show batting order today, take a look at who are the contenders. We're going to take a look at what do they want for Christmas, and then I will remind you guys what is coming up for the rest of December of 2025 on the podcast. I have this little green dot here because, well, that was a batting order or part of a batting order from a couple episodes ago. If you watched my episode that was basically how to beat the Thunder, one trade for each NBA contender except the Thunder, we had this similar kind of batting order. It's going to be kind of the similar type of show, but instead of focusing on trades, it's just going to be something that uh, I think each NBA contender would want to happen for Christmas, just like you want that specific gift for the Christmas holidays. So the contenders, who are the contenders? That's the same thing. Well, we're going to just remind you who my contenders are as we go through the show. I'm going to have 7 of them. Well, technically 8, but 7 of them in order of how likely they are to win the championship, or at least in my opinion at this moment. This moment again, December 22nd, 2025. And then for each team, we'll talk about what do they want for Christmas. So, it's pretty straightforward show today. It's going to be probably a shorter show today. I'm going to try to, lock in and just, give you a shorter show today just because the Christmas holidays means our week is a little bit crazy. There's tons to get to later in this week. We got NFL, we got NHL, we got there's already been some breaking news stories that I'm gonna have to get to later on in the week. So brace yourself. Some of these guys are gonna be a little shorter, so maybe you guys will like it, maybe you won't. But without further ado, the 7th contender, the contender that I think is the least likely to win the championship right now is boom, the Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets are 17-9 with Kevin Durant. As we head over to the standings here on ESPN's page, you can see they are on the 6th spot right now, just avoiding the play-in spot by about 3 games, more or less. Also, this is funny to note that the team Kevin Durant played for last season, the Phoenix Suns, are that team right next to the Rockets in the standings. They're currently on a 1-game losing streak. They're 5-5 in their last 10. They've definitely slowed down, and most of that has been due to some injuries and just not getting, some guys are just out one day and then they're back the other day. It's just very inconsistent of who's playing for this team right now. Steven Adams is day to day. DFS is out right now for like a January return with an ankle injury, and then Van Vliet hasn't even played this season as he suffered a torn ACL, and it most likely meaning he's going to be out for the entire season. But when you look here at the depth chart or the roster, I feel like the depth chart's easier, but the roster just shows you all the players, even if they're injured. But I guess we just saw who's injured, so we can take a look here. So yeah, Van Vliet, most likely done for the season, but you have Amen Thompson, Josh Okogie, Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alfred Şengün. Şengün has been playing at a very high level right now. I really like what Şengün is playing right now. Reed Shepherd's been, and Tari Eason have both been great off the bench, but as you can see, with Steven Adams being day-to-day, you really only have two guys, sometimes three if you count Clint Capella. I think Capella has been playing pretty good. Um, I mean, I guess you could say Jeff Green too in a way, Aaron Holiday, but you have really two guys in Shepard and Eason off the bench right now. So something you could think about if like you're the Rockets. I mean, Rockets fans, let me know what you guys would want for your team for Christmas. But from my understanding, it's just I don't know if this is enough. I don't know if this is enough. So sure, we could talk about trades, and I talked about trades with them a while for an hour and a half. I think it was an hour and a half episode. So go ahead and check that out on the channel after this one. But you just want health. You want health. I mean, health is going to be a factor for a lot of teams. Everybody wants a healthy team. But I mean, those guys, are your bench, And so what you want is health, but you also want your general manager to make a move. I believe for Christmas, the Houston Rockets do want somebody off the bench. You need somebody. I don't know who that could be right now off the top of my head, but maybe that is looking like trading a pick and Aaron Holiday for somebody who wants out. Could you get Zion? Maybe you trade maybe Josh Okogie. Since Reed Shepherd's been doing well, you trade Josh Okogie in a first-round pick or something similar to that for Zion Williamson. Williamson can either be your starting power forward or come off the bench. Something like that. Maybe some less star than Zion, because Zion probably wants to be a 1 or 2 star on that team. And then you got Amen Thompson, Kevin Durant, and Alfred Şengün as your top 3 right now. But something like that. Or I just think for Christmas, the Houston Rockets want a player off the bench, a good 6-man. Reed Shepherd's a good 6-man. Reed Shepherd this year, let's take a look at his stats. I mean, and the internet's bad. He's averaging about 14 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He's shooting 46% from the floor. Last game, what did he do last game against they lost to the Kings. My goodness. He played 34 minutes off the bench. In an overtime game, he had 16 points. He did have a 28-point game against the Denver Nuggets in 30 minutes played on Saturday. Then he had 11, 14, and 10. Those are his last 5 games or so. But yeah, I mean, Reed Shepherd, you look at this guard pool here. This is the guard pool for the Houston Rockets. And I don't hate it. The forward position, KD, Eason, Finney Smith. This team on paper when healthy is really good. Jabari Smith, center, you have like your 3 centers. It's insane because like they're all playing a lot too. But I do think you just need somebody, probably another guard off the bench. So that for me, for the Houston Rockets, to get, you're probably looking at around a 6 seed, 7 seed, 8 seed, maybe at the low. I don't think you're going to pass any of these 5 teams. I think these 5 teams are going to be the top 5 teams for the rest of the season in the Western Conference. But you need somebody to be able to maybe, because then theoretically you'd play the Denver Nuggets, who you already beat on Saturday. But in a matchup right now, it would be Rockets Nuggets in a first round matchup. Something to think about here would be Timberwolves Lakers. Very interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, I think the Houston Rockets need somebody off the bench, and it needs to not be just like not a 9th man. I'm thinking a 6th or 7th man off the bench for the Houston Rockets. So because they haven't had the best of luck with injuries, so I think they need somebody, off the bench that can help them when guys go down, because injuries are a thing in the NBA. And we've been seeing a lot more injuries than normal. But yeah, there are the Houston Rockets. They're 17-9 right now. And so, yeah, now we're moving on to the next team, the next contender, in my opinion. But, with the 6th least chance, or I guess the 2nd least chance to win the title this year or contend. But, still a top 6 team. And it's actually 2 teams. It's the Detroit Pistons or the New York Knicks. So the Eastern Conference, is well, it's interesting. Here's the Eastern Conference, just so you can look at it. Besides the Knicks and the Pistons, yeah, the Celtics are interesting. The 76ers are interesting. The Magic are interesting. Raptors are interesting. Cavs are interesting. They're all about 500 teams. All about 500 teams, and then the bottom of the leagues is just atrocious. Um, I don't see, just me in general, anybody other than the Knicks or Pistons making it to the finals to represent the Eastern Conference other than those two teams. One of those two teams are going to be in the finals for the Eastern Conference unless Tatum comes back and then the Celtics go crazy. But other than that, right now, it's going to be one of those two teams. They're very equal. They both have a great guard and a great center. And other than that, they got some things to work out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, the Knicks have a great guard in Jalen Brunson. The Pistons have a great guard in Cade Cunningham, and then the Pistons have a good center, in Jalen Duren. The Knicks obviously have Karl Anthony Towns. Could trades happen? For sure. And that is what these teams want for Christmas. In my opinion, the Detroit Pistons or the New York Knicks, who basically have the same record, the 1-2 seeds in the Eastern Conference, what they want for Christmas is they want their general manager to make a blockbuster trade. Now, I use the word blockbuster, and I'm not saying necessarily a Giannis Antetokounmpo trade. Obviously, that the Knicks have been rumored to maybe have, they want Giannis, and maybe they could get Giannis. Maybe not a huge blockbuster, I'm saying, but I'm saying a big trade. A trade that will get you somebody else in your starting five without giving up too much. Because I mean, your depth chart, I will pull both their depth charts up. Let's start with the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks, Brunson's out right now, too. Uh, that's a good starting five. Josh Hart has been playing great. Mikal Bridges has been playing great. OG Anunoby's been playing great. This is a very good starting five. Your bench ain't that great, though. And I'm saying you don't need to rely on your bench if you have this good of a starting five. But also, maybe you traded two of these guys, Bridges and Anunoby perhaps, package them together, try to get a better player. We've seen Clarkson play. We know he can ball. You could find mini trades as well. You could trade Clarkson maybe in a pick for somebody else to improve that spot as well, or something like that. But the Knicks, y'all need something. Y'all need something. Brunson and Towns, I don't think is going to be enough, especially when you're competing against the Thunder or the Spurs or the Timberwolves or the Nuggets or the Lakers. Those teams are good all around. They're deep teams. You need a deeper team than just your starting five, in my opinion. But then also the Pistons, I said they need to make a trade as well. And I think what their people want for Christmas is a trade. Imagine you get a veteran on this team. The Pistons need a veteran. Draymond Green is someone that I've thought about. Somebody of that experience, maybe a little younger, maybe under contract for a little longer. This team's great. This team is exciting to watch. 22-6. By no means, they are very talented. They are very fun to watch. But I just think if you want to make a push for the playoffs, if you want to have a chance to beat one of those teams in the Western Conference, you need experience. And right now, that is what this team doesn't have. So to get experience, you need a good veteran who is not just going to be a waste of money and a waste of a trade. You need to find that good guy. Who is that going to be? I have no idea at the moment, but that is what I think the Pistons or the New York Knicks want for Christmas. If you're a fan of either of these teams, do you agree? Do you disagree? I would love to know. Moving on to the top five. I've mentioned these five teams already. It's all Western Conference teams. Those are the only Eastern Conference teams I'm talking about. The rest are, uh, you know, all from the Western Conference. So the fifth team, the team that I think has the fifth best chance to win the title this year is right now, boom, the LA Lakers. I'm sorry, my goodness. That picture of Luka Doncic is very fuzzy. Don't know what happened, but hey, it happened. The Los Angeles Lakers, what do they want for Christmas? What do they want for Christmas? Well, the Lakers sit at 19-8. I've shared the wrong tab. They're sitting fourth in the Western Conference right now, 1 game back of the Denver Nuggets, 1.5 games back of the Spurs, 5.5 games back of the Oklahoma City Thunder. However, if you did not hear already, the Lakers just lost Luka Doncic, who is averaging 34.1 points a game, and almost 9 assists per game. They just lost him to an injury. We don't know how severe the injury will be. I'm pulling up the injury report for y'all right now. But you also know that Hachimura and they're both day to day. So you got three of your starting five all day to day right now. That's not great. Austin Reeves has been out for a while with a calf injury. Gabe Vincent's been out for a while. So, it's pretty easy to figure out what I think the Lakers need. The Lakers need health. They're an old team. They're one of the older teams in the league. Despite Doncic, they're all pretty old. They're all elite. I mean, they're all in the closer to their early 30s rather than their early 20s. You got LeBron James. LeBron James. Right now, your depth chart with these guys say they don't play a couple games. Right now, well, that would be probably Nick Smith Jr., Marcus Smart, Dalton Knecht, Jake LaRiva, LeBron James, and Jackson Hayes. Obviously, they'll get better. Obviously, I mean, they're all day to day. They're not totally out except Reeves. But this team just needs health. They're not going to be able to compete with any of the teams in the playoffs if you don't have health, because this is who you're dealing with. So you need to get healthy, and maybe, just maybe, you find an upgrade somewhere in your lineup. That's wherever it is. Do you trade LeBron James? I would not be shocked. Would not be shocked if you trade LeBron back to Cleveland around the trade deadline. Would not be surprised. Obviously, we could see. You at this point, if they keep getting hurt, you're gonna have Bronny James be starting in a. Oh my gosh, watching Bronny James play basketball is kind of sad. But Luka Doncic, hey, I want to praise Doncic a little bit. I want to give him some respect he deserves because he lost a lot of weight and he is almost averaging a triple double as a point guard. Almost averaging a triple double, which is absolutely insane. He's day to day. It's not the worst injury. It's only right leg contusion or left leg contusion. My bad. Uh, but respect this man. I mean, he's insane. These numbers he's putting up right here in this corner here. It's just insane. 34, 8, and 9, or 34, 9, and 9 if you want to say that. He's shooting 46%. From three, he's 32% from the 3-point line. His career average is 35% from the 3-point line. They lost to the Clippers. I mean, yes, you're going to lose to the Clippers because I doubt anybody was playing. I guarantee it. But that's why this team is you need health. If you have a good paper when healthy. If you're not healthy, you're forced to be losing 103 to 88 to he played 20 games, so that's where he got injured. He played 20 minutes, excuse me. If you're losing to the Clippers, you're in trouble because you are not, you're not healthy enough. Okay? You need to get healthy. Luka is your youngest player in your lineup, I'm pretty sure. And you're starting 5. If he's injured, you got a bunch of 30-year-olds playing. The Lakers need health, and it's very simple. So that's what they're wishing for Christmas. Now we move over to the team that I think has the 4th best chance to win the NBA title this year right now. It's boom, the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets, you guys thought it was going to be somebody else, but no, it is the Denver Nuggets. And similar to the Lakers, similar to the Los Angeles Lakers as they sit pretty much with the same record at 20-7, the the Denver Nuggets have been killed with injuries. Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown have been out since early December, and Gordon is a hamstring injury. Brown is an ankle injury that is not great. I mean, he was doing some training off to the side in practice, but not enough to be able to play. Gordon's not expected to return before Christmas. You throw Watson injured recently, and right now with Murray and Jokic, that's who you're leaning on right now. Obviously, those are some good players. Cameron Johnson's fun to watch, but you got Watson, you got Jones, you got Hardaway Jr. This team just needs to be healthy. When healthy, they're a very scary team. But you need health. But I also think you need a sixth man. The bench, not going to do it. I don't like the Nuggets bench. And I have a feeling if you continue to win games without Aaron Gordon, trade Aaron Gordon or trade Christian Brown away, force somebody off the bench. If Spencer Jones says, "Oh, I can play," and you're winning some games with Spencer Jones as your starting small forward, go get a six man. Go get a six man because right now you do not have a six man. Tim Hardaway Jr. been playing some pretty good basketball. Not your six man though. You need a good six man. The Nuggets, in my opinion, you should be when you wrote to Santa. When you wrote to Santa, you should be saying, "Santa, give me health and give me a six man," because you can't have Jokic be playing 48 minutes a night, playing the entire game, because that's what they were doing towards the playoffs last season because they didn't have anybody off the bench. You need a bench. Learn from your mistakes, and I think you need a bench. Just get it. Nuggets, find a six man. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. There's going to be a bunch of selling teams coming up. Find a six man, and I hope they do. So that is what I think for the Denver Nuggets. But yeah, overall, the Denver Nuggets, they're scary. They're still scary. I mean, they're 20-7. You gotta respect all the teams that I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, find a six man, you'll be maybe even be a little more scary. Oh, now we get to the top three. The top three is going to be interesting. I was going back and forth between these orders. Third, now here we go. The third best chance to win the NBA title for me right now this year is going to be, boom, the Minnesota Timberwolves. My Minnesota Timberwolves. I wanted to put them two. But I'll talk about that in a little bit. 19-10. The Timberwolves are hot right now. They are hot. They're showing you guys that you don't disrespect the Timberwolves. Currently on a 2-game winning streak. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They'll probably pass the Lakers and Nuggets by Christmas. They got a game against the Knicks. They got a game against the Nuggets in the next couple of games. There's no way, I don't think. I think they win both games. Not going to lie. I think they win both games. Both teams are a little hurt. You go with a 4-game winning streak, you're going to be around 21-10. I think that's enough to probably, you'll be the third seed, maybe even the second seed by January 1st. That's my opinion. That's what I think. Y'all can disagree. Y'all let me know in the comments. But the Minnesota Timberwolves, you guys, we got off to a slow start. We sure did. But now we balling. Ant-Man is balling. Ant-Man is one of the best players in the NBA, okay? But what do they want for Christmas? What do they want for Christmas? Well, it's not going to be about what they want for Christmas. It's what I want for Christmas. I want the Minnesota Timberwolves to acquire, you know who, the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. By no means trade anything besides Anthony Edwards for Giannis Antetokounmpo. I do not care. Sure, we're good with Julius Randle. Sure, we're good with Jaden McDaniels. Keep Jaden McDaniels. Trade I don't know. I like Gobert. Trade Naz Reid and trade Julius Randle for our man Giannis Antetokounmpo. I guarantee we win the NBA Cup final if Giannis is on our team. Giannis and Anthony Edwards on the same floor, on the same team. That is insane. That just seems illegal. I guarantee you. That is what I want for Christmas. I don't care what the Timberwolves fans want for Christmas. As a Timberwolves fan, I want Giannis Antetokounmpo to be a Minnesota Timberwolf by February. My word. If they do that, though, I doubt they're going to do that. I really do doubt they're going to do that. But, when you look at this depth chart, our bench is deep enough where you take a couple guys out. Bones Highland has been balling. You throw away Terrence Shannon and Rob Dillingham and maybe Julius Randle for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Oh, boy. Oh, that would be great. Throw in Naz Reid, Jalen Clark, Terrence Shannon, or something like that. Oh, I'm telling you guys. We have the assets. We have the picks. We don't need our picks. We have enough young guys. Leonard Miller, Rocco, Johan Jay. We got our draft guys. We'll get draft picks later on. We don't need any picks in the next couple of drafts. We don't need any picks. Trade for Giannis. That is what I want. Let me know what you guys think about that. But I think that's what they want. Other than that, in general, I think, you just need Julius Randle and Jaden McDaniels to be co-stars, true co-stars. I've talked about it before. I'm talking about it again. Scoring 15 points is not what I want from you guys. I need you guys to hit the 20 points almost every single game. You got to be better, and you guys can't, miss clutch baskets. Edwards, I give you a couple misses in clutch time because you overall are good. You're a top 5 player in the league. But Jaden, Julius, people love you. Just be true co-stars. Right now, I don't think you're true co-stars, so that's why I want Giannis. But hey, that's also something that Timberwolves fans could want for Christmas, for McDaniels and Randall to just show up and be true co-stars. So now, I went back and forth between the Timberwolves and this team. So I think the team, though, I settled that has the second best chance to win the title is not the Oklahoma City Thunder. Obviously, the Thunder are one, so that means it's the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio Spurs, one of the only other teams besides the Timberwolves to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. Victor Wembanyama. Oh, Victor Wembanyama's good, boys. Victor Wembanyama, he's good. However, what do they want for Christmas? Well, they're completely healthy. Their lineup is good. So it's not what can make them better. It's, I think, the Spurs fans, and what the Spurs want for Christmas is this. They want Oklahoma City to lose. If the Oklahoma City Thunder, here are the standings. Again, they're 4 games back. They want the Oklahoma City Thunder to start losing some games, just like everybody in the league. But I believe the Spurs could hit almost 60 wins this season. I think there's a way where the Oklahoma City Thunder finish second, because I think the San Antonio Spurs are that good. I don't think the Oklahoma City Thunder are that, they're good. They're good. But they're one of the best teams in NBA history. But I think the Spurs are way closer to the Thunder than what we think. I think the Timberwolves are a little closer to the Spurs and Thunder than we think. Just because the Thunder keep winning games doesn't mean they're going to win postseason games. Now, most likely it will. I'm saying, I think the Thunder are going to end up winning the title again. But in a 7-game series between the Spurs and the Thunder, the Spurs are way deeper. Who you taking? Now, I'm probably still taking the Thunder, but De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, Victor Wembanyama. That's your starting 5. Your bench, Dylan Harper, Julian Shinpenny, Keldon Johnson, Luke Cornett, Kelly Olynyk. Those are some 10 good basketball players. For sure, your top 8 are good. Your 5, and then Dylan Harper, Shinpenny, and Johnson. I'd throw Cornett in there. It's the top 9, and then Olynyk is iffy. If you can stay healthy, this team looks very dangerous. Wembanyama, he's from another planet. He is from another planet. I don't know how he's this good. He's listed as 7'4". He's averaging a double-double, 25 points a night, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. He's shooting 51%. He's shooting 51% from the floor. And he hasn't even played, they're winning. Oh, gosh, they play tomorrow. Oh, they play tomorrow. That's going to be a heck of a game. He's only played 16 games. He's had some injuries. He's played 22, 21, 17, 25. He's not played a lot because he's recovering. He played 21 minutes against the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA Cup Championship. It's the finals, actually. Excuse me. semifinals. They won that game with him playing 21 minutes. He scored 22 points in 21 minutes. He almost had a double-double in 21 minutes. I'm telling you guys. The Spurs, the Thunder. One of those two teams I think are going to be the 1 seed. And, if you're talking about what they want for Christmas, well, they just want the Thunder to start losing because I do think the Spurs have a legit shot at making the number 1 seed. Winning the number 1 seed. Winning the Western Conference. Because I believe they are that good. Obviously, things can happen, but that is what I think. So that leaves the only Oklahoma City Thunder at number 1. Title favorites right now. And what do they want for Christmas? Well, they just want to keep winning. They want to, keep winning, except against the Timberwolves, of course. And they just want to repeat as champions and break the NBA season win total record. And, Oklahoma City, I'm just not going to talk about it. Bro, I hate the Thunder so much. They're annoying. Timberwolves beat them, though. We beat them. Oh, we sure beat them. Go check out my reaction to those highlights. Also on my channel. Oh, my gosh. What a game, though, last couple nights ago. Oklahoma City Thunder 25-3. I mean, what more can you say? What more can you say? This team, in a season where Jalen Williams hasn't even played that long. SGA, Dort, Williams, Holmgren, Hartenstein. Great starting 5. And then your bench. Caruso, Wallace, Mitchell, Joe, Wiggins, Williams. They have a bunch of Williams on their team. It's kind of funny. This team has just been so good the last 2 seasons. Last 3 seasons, if you count, a couple of seasons ago. And what they want for Christmas? Well, they just want to keep winning. They just want to keep winning, keep riding it, and they want to win. They want to win. They want to crush. They won't crush it, but they want to be the team that has the most wins in an NBA season, in NBA history. I think the record is 73 right now, so they want to win 74. I think they're on track. I think they're on track to win 76 games. Which would be just crazy. But yeah, Oklahoma City, for Christmas, they just want to keep on winning. And that is going to do it for today's episode. I'm sorry, it's been an interesting couple of days here, but that's how I'm gonna end the episode. I know it's a shorter episode. Y'all probably like it anyway. You like the shorter episode. Sorry, I'm not as into it today. I got something in my throat. If you couldn't tell, well, now I told you. Anyway, coming up next on Inside the Zone with Mateo, well, we'll continue this, what each team wants for Christmas in the NHL, NFL, and MLB. It won't be every single team, but it will be some of the top teams and just some interesting storylines to get into for the next week here of the week of Christmas. We'll probably do the weekly show, our NFL weekly show, week 17, on Wednesday, the 23rd. No, is it the 23rd? No, the 24th. Christmas Eve, because obviously the 25th is Christmas. Got lots of things to do on Christmas, so most likely it will come out on Christmas, but it will be recorded on the 24th. But yeah, we'll talk all things NFL. It's crazy. It's crazy. We got a lot of the playoff picture set too, which is interesting. And then coming up next week, we'll take a look out in MLB free agency, see who's still out there. Yeah, we'll power rank the remaining free agents. We'll have an NBA Christmas Day preview, which will be a shorter episode. And then the week after Christmas, we'll redraft the last 5 NBA drafts, which would be an interesting time. Because, I could do this with other sports, but the NBA has the shortest draft. There's 2 rounds in each draft. It's kind of fun. We got more Kingdom competitors coming out your way on Sunday. And our monthly power rankings for the NHL and the NBA will come out closer to the end of the month. And then my 2026 prediction show will be the first episode of January 1st, 2025. That's the first episode of season 2 of Inside the Zone with Mateo. Again, we are trying to hit 50 plus subscribers before Christmas or on Christmas. So I would appreciate the heck out of you guys if you would hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm just trying to grow my YouTube channel. Go ahead and take a look at some of my other podcast to see a little bit more of the content I do. This isn't my typical, flow. I normally talk more. I have more thoughts. It's gonna be a crazy week. We got so much to talk about in the sports world. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to keep God first because He is the most important thing in your lives. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.